things are not quite what they appear.
Welcome back to Hogwarts, everyone. I'm a huge Potterhead. I love all the Harry Potter films so much. After ending their run in 2011, Warner Bros. Gave us another entry into the Wizarding World with a prequel series titled Fantastic Beasts, which, until The Crimes of Grindelwald, hasn't been up to the Harry Potter standards. So does the next Fantastic Beasts film, subtitled The Secrets of Dumbledore, live up to the bar set by the Harry Potter series? You will soon find out in my review for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Before we begin with the review, let me remind you of please subscribing my channel. It would be a great help. I review all the major movies even before the embargo. So now let us begin with the main topic. Set in the 1930s, the story leads up to the Wizarding World's involvement in World War II and will explore the magical communities in Bhutan, Germany, and China, in addition to previously established locations including the United States and the United Kingdom. With Gellert Grindelwald's power rapidly growing, Albus Dumbledore entrusts Newt Scamander and his friends with a mission leading to a clash with Grindelwald's army. Dumbledore must also decide how long he will stay on the sidelines in the approaching war. This is by far the best premise for the Fantastic Beasts films. The whole plot is really well executed and it does not waste time like the way Crimes of Grindelwald just wasted our time by showing us characters chasing other characters, and that was it. The story of the Fantastic Beasts films finally picks up its pace. It has links to the previous films, especially the consequences of the third act of Crimes of Grindelwald, but still, the franchise feels loosely connected despite this movie having a better story. It does not benefit the franchise as a whole. The first film was about introducing us to the main characters and didn't really have anything other than that. The second film was about introducing a few more characters, and then we had our earlier main characters chasing each other and Grindelwald expanding his army. Now there is a whole different mission and it all feels distinctive. It is not like the Harry Potter films where all the movies felt like a continuous flawless story. Here they feel like story broken into pieces and then loosely connecting those pieces with a tape. This is another reason why the whole franchise doesn't really work well. The first movie gave us a set of characters which we hoped will continue in prominent roles for the franchise as a whole. The second film introduced us to other characters and slowly they started to take place of our earlier known characters. Now in this film, half of the characters of the previous films have small roles and it introduces us to even more characters. You gotta stop, man. They have this huge cast now and not enough screen time for everyone to have a well-developed character arc. But I must say that the characters this movie introduces are handled pretty well. Now who knows if even more characters flood in the next film and these characters lose their character arc, but as of this film, the newly introduced characters are pretty good, especially the representation they bring on the table. However, there is a shift in the central character. Newt Scamander was front and center in the first film, Dumbledore and Credence had heavy supporting roles in the second one. And in this film, it seems like there is a battle going on between Dumbledore and Newt Scamander to be the leads. We will be discussing the other cast members as well, but Mads Mikkelsen deserves his own section here because we all know the drama behind this role. Gellert Grindelwald is the Dark Wizard, the central antagonist of the Fantastic Beasts films. That character has been brought to us by 3 different actors across 3 films, not counting the young Grindelwald in the second film. Colin Farrell in the first film, Johnny Depp in the second, and now Mads Mikkelsen. Now it is understandable from a story perspective that Colin Farrell transformed into Johnny Depp by the end of the first film, as Grindelwald was supposed to be in hiding. But due to Johnny Depp being fired from the film, he was replaced by Mads Mikkelsen. So does Mads Mikkelsen live up to the Johnny Depp status? To answer this question, let me just clarify that I am not taking the side of any actor or Warner Brothers' decision for recasting, but I just prefer Johnny Depp in the role. Now the character of Grindelwald is not as menacing as Voldemort, and everything they did with this character in the second film was a waste, but Johnny Depp's awesome portrayal kept the character alive. The makeup and hairstyle is gone all of a sudden. Why didn't they duplicate that makeup on Mads Mikkelsen? Here Mads Mikkelsen just looks like himself rather than that awesome look that Johnny Depp had. With all due respect to Mads Mikkelsen, who gave an equally good performance as Johnny Depp, I just think that the character was not handled properly in terms of looks. I mean, the personality is gone. Depp felt like an awesome, infamous, dark, dangerous wizard by whom people would be scared of. This version just feels like the assistant of that version. As for the rest of the cast, I'm really happy with this film. Jude Law returns as Albus Dumbledore, and I thought that he was one of the strong points of the previous film, and that's exactly what I think about him in this one. He is really a nice Dumbledore. He seems to be the lead here instead of Newt, though the whole film is titled after him, so it is obvious that he got a lot of screen time and got a nice story arc. As for Eddie Redmayne, he still keeps on going well in this role. Now I'm not saying Eddie Redmayne's new Scamander is even close to the love I had for the lead actors of the Harry Potter films, but he still does a nice job here. I like this character a bit. Ezra Miller returns as Aurelius Dumbledore, a reveal that shocked me at the end of the previous film. This film explains it all while providing a nice character arc for Credence. Dan Fogler as Jacob Kowalski continues to be the center of the humor in this film, and the filmmakers acknowledge that. That's why there is a normal human being along with all these wizards. They can get easily rid of this character, but they don't, because of silly reasons. The Wizarding World never fails to amuse me. This film explores new corners of this wonderful world, and it is glorious all the way. It indeed is Star Wars for the newer generation of fans. There are better than the previous film action sequences here and there. Sadly, the Wizarding World movies are never amazing in delivering action sequences though. The same applies to this. Perhaps wands are not as visually striking as lightsabers, right? Anyways, despite the whole magical world, the Wizarding World movies are also never good at delivering unbelievable VFX. This one is no exception. That's why they don't get nominated for Best Visual Effects ever. However, the actual Fantastic Beasts are not as important to this film. Why is the franchise even titled so? Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them had a lot of hype going into it, as it was the first time audiences returned to the Wizarding World since 2011. Although everyone thought that the movie did not live up to the marks of Harry Potter films, but it was still welcomed by the fans. The notion of Johnny Depp playing Grindelwald and the return of the legendary character of Dumbledore being portrayed by Jude Law got everyone even excited for the second film. But that film took Wizarding World to an enormous low point due to its bad critical reception and failed box office performance. The hype for this entry decreased by a huge fraction. It didn't feel like an even film because of not enough anticipation among the audiences, including me. But I'm happy to inform that I personally think that the Wizarding World is going to be back in all its glory, and this film was a progress. It was better than the previous Fantastic Beasts films, and that was it. The latest entry into the Wizarding World delivers a really nice story and great character arcs to the prominent characters, packed with a powerful performance from Jude Law, Ezra Miller, and Eddie Redmayne. I would like to give this film a 7.7 out of 10. So that was my review for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Share your opinion in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe Film Villa. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more content coming up.